Finally, on the program is the 2024 Boy-Child Initiative Parenting Seminar, where the wife of the Lagos State Governor, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, emphasized the role of modern parenting strategies in raising emotionally intelligent, empathetic, and resilient boys. She encouraged parents to foster open communication within their homes, creating an environment where boys feel safe to express their emotions and even learn the values of self-awareness and compassion.
Parents, guardians, top government officials, religious leaders, security officials, and other concerned groups all converge on Lagos House Marina for the 2024 Lagos Boy-Child Initiative Parenting Seminar.
Members of the State Executive Council.
The annual event, organized by the Office of the First Lady, is designed to support parents and guardians in their efforts to raise well-rounded boys prepared for today's world.
Distinguished panel.
And the conversation kicks off with a panel session anchored by one of the channel's TV presenters, Ayo Makinde, focusing on the issue of depression affecting young boys.
Children can have mental health problems. And indeed, boys have a unique set of mental health problems that they have higher risk of having. And that puts them at further risk of things like depression, when they get older. Children have things that can cause depression in their own lives. The same way as an adult, you face life events and can cause depression in you. They also face their own life events. Do you know what's going on in schools? They may be facing bullying. They may have lost a loved one. As simple as their friend being transferred to another school and being left alone can predispose that. And don't forget that at times they also have genetics. They've inherited things from their parents that may, and I know as I'm saying that some parents will say, for those that don't understand Yoruba, we don't have it in our lineage. That's not true. Every single person can experience a mental health challenge if the stress is enough and the buffering and support from the family and the environment is not enough to outweigh it.
Many of our children, they are depressed, but they find it very difficult to share with their parents, especially boys. Boys have issue with emotions. What do we say to our boys? You want to cry? We don't allow them to express their emotions, so they keep it to themselves. Look at what our teacher said. He said that whenever I'm not happy, after taking substances, I'll be very happy. So some of them do drugs because they are depressed. Depression can lead to drug use. So what do you need to do as parents? Please, let's be involved in their world. Let's be intentional. Let's listen to them. Because if you don't listen to them, they won't listen to you.
You don't really know that you have done a good job until that child is of age. That's when you can tell that, oh God, I've done a good job or I've done a bad one. More needs to be done in terms of observance. As an intelligence officer, I would say that parents don't really pay much attention to observance. And that is the reason why we are having a society where there is moral decadence and there is a high level of crime, more than ever before in Nigeria.
We all spend so much time trying to bring up the girl child while we forget the boy child. And then we lay so much emphasis on be strong, be hard, control your emotions, be a man. So from age 5, we are making a child feel like a man. So we put so much weight on them. We should allow our 5-year-olds to be children. We should allow them to cry and show emotions. There's nothing wrong with being a child. That's number one. Then I feel, for me, it's usually from the home, from the parents. Before now, everybody is interested in training any child around you. When you see a child that's misbehaving, you will just say, no, don't do that. But all of a sudden, we only pay attention to our children. You understand? Someone said earlier that those children that you did not train will come back and haunt you afterwards. Because, of course, use is a well-trained daughter that comes in contact with a badly behaved man when they get married. We have to pay attention to both sides. In all of this, it depends on the mind of the boy child we're talking about, where you are able to present different scenarios and you see different children with different ideas and upbringing, then you know that you can change some things about yourself.
UNICEF's country representative, Christian Munduate, applauds the state government for coming up with the Boy Child Initiative and says it is important to balance support for both girls and boys for them to succeed.
A child is a child, whether it's a boy or a girl, it's a child. And what every child in the world has in common with any other child in the world is rights. They all have the same rights. And this is how we look at children's rights from a UNICEF perspective. We make sure that they are protected, we make sure that we promote their rights, and we make sure that they can A, survive with the right access to health and nutrition. We make sure that they can develop well with the right nutrients later on in life and develop and thrive through education, but that they're also protected. So what the First Lady is doing today is really trying to rebalance this. And this is what we support in UNICEF by making sure that we build dialogue and reflections on the gender norms. What does it mean to be a boy? What does it mean to be a girl? What is my role in society? Are these roles changing? And we engage all stakeholders around that so that we can also shape the way parents and teachers and preachers and the rest of society can play a role in that.
Underscoring the need to support boys' physical, mental, emotional, and social well-being, Dr. Sanwo-Olu urges participants to help shape boys into men of integrity.
The journey of parenting, as we know, is filled with both challenges and rewards. As society continues to evolve, so too must our approaches to raising boys. Today, more than ever, boys are growing up in a world that demands a new kind of strength, one that values empathy, emotional intelligence, respect for others. These qualities are essential for the balanced development of our sons, and by extension for building communities rooted in peace and understanding. While traditional expectations of strength and independence have value, they can sometimes limit the full expression of who our boys are meant to be. As parents, one of the most powerful things we can do is to create a culture of open communication. Communication, communication, communication within our homes. When we encourage our boys to share their thoughts and express their emotions, we send a message that their voices matter and that their feelings are valued. As parents, we must prioritize the holistic well-being of our sons. Raising boys today requires attention to their physical, mental, emotional, and social health. We cannot afford to overlook all these areas. Our society must be equipped to provide robust support systems through the schools, places of worship, and the community programs that strengthen our boys and prepare them to thrive in a rapidly changing world. As a government, we are committed to creating an environment where every child can reach their full potential. Initiatives such as the Boy Child Initiative, drug abuse awareness, youth empowerment programs are already in place to equip our boys with the skills they need to confidently and respectfully and responsibly face today's challenges.
The Lagos State Government encourages parents to foster open communication within their homes, create an environment where boys feel safe to express their emotions, and learn the value of self-awareness and compassion.